Welcome into the bill. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Clean Slate Video Club. I don't know how to do this gimmick anymore of welcoming you into our humble abode because it's not actually happening. It's true. But this is a club that you can join to talk about movies, and you got to do it by subscribing, commenting, hitting that bell. Anyways, tonight we have another fun movie for you. This one's kind of supernatural monster-y, kind of continuing our theme here, and it does feature, you know, a lot of independent filmmaking skill sets and blood and wannabe Manson family, and that's this movie called The Last Shift. Yeah, let's hear that line.
All right, cool guys. This came out 11 years ago, if you can believe it. It's an old movie.
Is that old?
Yep. All right. Well, it kind of speaks to. Never mind.
Some of the issues.
There you go.
Well, okay, I remember seeing this poster all the time on Netflix because I think it lived there forever. And I remember thinking, like, that looks so creepy, and then never watched it till now.
Same. That was one of my little anecdotes, is I was always scared of watching this movie, so when we chose it, I was like, fudge.
I've always wanted to watch it, but I just never hit that play button.
All right, well, here's the log line. A rookie cop is tasked with taking the last shift at a police station before it is permanently closed, but it turns into a living nightmare. Honestly, right off the bat, it's a really good concept.
The best concept. I love this concept, and the whole time I was thinking this would be a great Ready or Not map.
Yes.
Ready or Not cult zombie supernatural DLC.
Okay, it's definitely not zombie, but yes. They should do like a Ready or Not like Halloween like DLC. That'd be cool.
That'd be so good.
Guys, listen to us.
Just keep it the same playstyle.
Yeah, of course.
You're super freaking slow. They could just make it a cult. They can make it like the Manson family.
Yeah, I mean, there already is one of the cult maps that we played.
Make them creepier, though. Because they just have freaking machine guns.
Yeah, it's facts.
All of them.
Okay.
Those women.
What did you just say?
The cult is all women in Ready or Not, are they not?
Yes, it is.
And they're murdering me.
Yes.
Good for them.
Honestly. They're murdering you, not me. Because I carry our team.
Girl power.
Girl power. You're welcome.
Girl boss. Hashtag slay.
Stop. All right, let's do this.
We're doing it already. You read the.
I already did.
Oh, sorry guys. I snorted some red powder before this.
Believe it.
I don't
believe it.
Yeah, watch the last episode in case you're curious. Yeah, so this movie is really fun. It's low budget, which I appreciate, like kind of a DIY approach to filmmaking, because it makes me feel like, oh, I could do this. But again, like Daniel was saying, the setup and the plot I think are really fascinating, and it's just such a great like world to play in. An abandoned police station is kind of creepy in itself. Like you have this homeless guy that came in who gets locked up, and that's, you know, spooky. This lady, she's getting like weird phone calls from potentially dead people, which is always startling, and she's being ignored by pretty much everyone. So she's on her own. It's her first job, and her family has these ties to this Manson style murder cult, and there's like lies and mysteries around that. And so every corner of this movie there's something spooky going on. But she's a pretty competent, you know, final girl, so to speak. I think she does a good job of trying to fight back, which I appreciated. But genuinely, some of the scares in this are pretty great. And like there's for example, there's a really face-destroyed woman crawling at her throughout this movie a couple times. That is horrifying for no good reason, but it's horrifying, and I appreciate it. And then the ending of this movie, when you think one thing's happening, but it's not, I felt gaslit by this movie, which is a good experience that they pulled that off, because I was like, dang, okay, girl, go off. Shoot those murderers. Molders. And yeah, I think great special effects in this, especially this kind of like a monster-ish reveal towards the end, but they look absolutely horrifying with these like bags, and then you can see their mouths their teeth were all wacky.
Yeah.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I think the best part of this movie is the fact that you also feel really alone while you're watching the movie where she's really alone, and it's just like a creepy empty space. Like, right when you think about an old police station, like thinking about all the things that have potentially been locked up in there, all the people, like, and what they've done, and now you're in there by yourself and it's deteriorating. Like, just not a good scene for a single person to be taking on. Like, you would think that she would have a partner, like, at least to help.
Yeah, poor girl. They're like, hey, this place is super freaking haunted, but you're on your own.
Yeah, exactly. And so, with that being said, it's a really good nightmare fuel for this. There's a lot of good scares in here. There's a lot of good, like, kind of like you were saying, DIY effects that they did. That really kind of just, like, are super back to basics. For us, it's back to basics. For them, it was probably, like, I don't know, top tier horror film. I don't know.
It's probably hard to pull off.
So this falls similarly to The Dark and Wicked, though. For me, it's like, it's really good scares. It is a good setup, but it just lacks a little bit of a plot, to be honest, or it just doesn't really have the story doesn't really allow for a deep plot, if that makes sense.
Okay, that's valid. My issue with the plot is a little different, actually. For me, there's a bit of a story going on. There's some world building that I think is good, but then the movie does this thing where it explains everything to you in like 3 scenes. There's like the most exposition I've ever gotten in a movie in my entire time of watching movies, where everything you already knew, they confirmed for absolutely no good reason. And it took me out of the movie so much that I paused it and I looked at Alyssa because she was kind of watching it off and on with me. And I was like, did we not know all that already? Like, and she's like, no. She's like, I'm not even watching it, and I knew all that. And I was like, okay. That was crazy, and it just took me out so much. And then I don't want to say our main actress was doing a bad job. I think she did a decent job for the most part. But there's some other side characters that show up that I'm like, why your acting is not it. Yeah, the ghost cop, horrible. And then
I will say during
boss,
that scene, though,
it's such a weird vibe.
I was like, when he gets there, I was like, oh, thank God. Like, a little bit of relief.
I was too. I was relieved. And then he turned around and I was like,
oh my God. But it fit the movie. But again, to your point, the acting was pretty abysmal.
Yeah, it's a low budget movie, different time period. On that note, it's shot a little weird. Like, I guess the lighting looks weird, maybe. I can't really put my finger on what bothers me about it visually.
Okay. Maybe the coloring.
It could be. It's you know what?
Like
you're right.
Greenish effect to it most of the time.
It looked very early 2000s.
Yep.
In the coloring, I guess. Like, they watched Traffic and they were like, yeah, that's it. That's the only coloring style.
Oh my God. I would say, to go along with all that, because I 100% agree, is when the scenes are supposed to be super, super scary, they weren't that scary. I think the parts that were scary, I don't think they intended it to be very scary. But like the one scene where she walks in and all the girls are sitting like in that kind of half circle,
that should have been scary.
That should have been scary, but it was not scary. And then when she's like watching the tapes and it's like that whole montage of all these like, cult members like laughing or acting weird or whatnot, it just seems so weird because these girls didn't seem like tattered or didn't seem like off in any way. They looked like normal people with like maybe a little bit of blood.
Remember the photographs they show of like how they all died and like it did not. They could have made that really gross and disturbing, and they didn't.
Yeah, it was just like, to me, I think I wanted them to do more and take that extra step. But when they're doing, especially that panoramic, like, kind of scene, like, that girl has, like, perfectly crimped hair and everything. She's got makeup on, and then, like, a little bit of a blood splatter.
They were friends.
She's like, and I'm just like, dude, no, this doesn't set the scene really well. So, for that was kind of like my, and then, again, kind of, it just lacked something for me that made it good.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, the director did remake this film recently. Like in 2023, they gave him a budget to make a more higher budgeted version, I guess. Yeah. And from the reviews I saw, it has more blood.
Oh,
so there's that. And then they expand on the lore a little bit more, it sounds like, of the cult and whatnot. But some people did not enjoy it as much. So I'm really curious to watch it, though. I kept thinking, like, I should watch that. It has a different name. So maybe we'll do that next year. That could be interesting.
Maybe, yeah. Okay, cool.
Anyways.
Well, you're in this situation. You're the girl cop.
Oh, gosh.
How scared? We forgot to do this for the last movie. How scared are you?
I'm pretty scared, man. But I have a gun. That makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, but she gets trapped in that one room, too. That would be horrifying.
That's her own fault.
That is true. But is it, though? Is it her own fault?
I'm sorry. I would have been calling for backup as soon as that homeless dude showed up.
did.
I would have been like, that's true. They ignored her. Yeah, I thought the stupid like supervisor was like in on it the whole time.
Yeah, me too.
Because he's weird at the very beginning of the movie.
He's just like, I really do not care about you. And it was just like...
I actually would have left when he asked her to like turn around and like stand there.
Yeah.
Weird. There was no explanation for that
Yeah.
either. It was just really weird. Anyways, I'd be scared. I'd be pretty spooked.
Yeah, me too. All right, guys. Well, that is Last Shift. I don't know where you can watch it. Is it?
No, to be.
To be.
Where all
To
movies
be
go
or
to
not
die.
to be. This new version of it looks horrible.
It looks good.
I honestly might watch it. It looks horrible.
I might watch it for fun.
I'll say something afterwards. But okay, guys. Well, that is going to do it for this episode. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, get the notification bell turned on. And guys, thank you so much for sticking around. Those of you who do, please, get your club member card and stick around for a lot longer because this podcast is going to go the distance.
Okay?
I don't know what I'm saying at this point.
We're going the distance, guys.
All right, guys. Well, we have a couple. We're like halfway through, a little bit over halfway through. We still got a lot of scary movies coming up. So buckle up. They're only going to get worse and maybe better from here. Who knows? Thank you guys so much for sticking around, and we will see you tomorrow. Be kind, rewind. Peace.